Hey guys, hello FlossTube. I'm Jules. Thanks for coming back for another video. It's April 4th, 4/4. It's 4/4. Yeah, it's awesome. It's a beautiful day outside. It's Wednesday. I'll release this in the morning. Stuff has been happening. I've been getting some stitching done, but I actually bought a new pattern. I know I couldn't help myself. I still look at Etsy from time to time, and basically saw something the other night. I had to get it. Husband agreed. So there we go. It's gonna have to wait a little bit. Well, when I get to it, I'll show you what I mean by it. But we're just gonna get right to it. Just gonna get right to the stitching. Let's look. What do we have done? All right. Well, I'm gonna show you Stormtrooper, because I actually got some work done on Stormtrooper. So more done over here. What I actually did was last week I went and got a bunch more colors and filled out my little box that I have. I have my little floss box where I keep all the colors for any specific project in there, and that helps a ton with this project because I'm always stealing from it to do other things. So now I'm filling out that box. It makes everything go faster, and I am getting a little bit more used to the colors, or to the coded symbols that the colors are using. So it's getting a little easier. The more I do it, the more I like it. So it's that's how it goes. So I left it in the hoop basically just because I wanted to continue kind of working on it. But you can kind of see it's this area right here that's just kind of pixelated right there. And so it's coming in nicely. Wait, is that right? Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. When I'm looking at it through here, it's like reverse. So yeah, so it's just this part right here. So next up, I'm gonna get this page done. And I'm not close to being done with this page because I think it goes down. I think there's one more row right here, I think. But for right now, my focus is basically just getting all this done right here. So, because you can see, like, I filled in quite a lot. I mean, it looks like I have, but that's just white. That's white floss all up through there. So I've gotten almost everything filled in here. And then I'm just going to work my way down and then back across. Because as you can see, there's a lot of white, right, or whitish colors right there. So I'm waiting for that to be done. Be done. No t-shirt today, guys. I'm actually still in my scrubs. And so I was like, what t-shirt do I have on? No, I don't have a stitching t-shirt on. Sorry. Doing this over my lunch break. What we got here? Baseball. Now, I told you I got some baseball done. I got more colors done on baseball. Now, I'm not taking it out because it's all set up perfectly for me to work, but I just got more of the gray. Basically, I just filled in more right here. I still got to finish all the white up here, but I think is the bottom right here of this page. So, I mean, I'm over halfway done with this page, so we'll see. We'll see. But I'm making good progress. I just wanted to get some color done on this one. I did not bring up the baseball picture. I'm sorry. But anyway, there's that right there. So, so it's getting there. You know, I didn't do as much on that one. I just didn't feel like it this week. But the fabric is getting a little bit easier to deal with, which is a good thing. Here, let me put Stormtrooper back up. Stormtrooper is just this better Ada. It feels really, really good. And it's not nearly as sticky. It's just easier to work with. I might take this on the cruise with us when we do the honeymoon cruise. I might take this one done because this would be something that it's really not that much material and it's not that many colors. And so, I don't know, maybe I'll take this one with. I haven't decided. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I have a feeling, though, if I take Ronnie Rowe with me, I'm going to get sick of doing sorry, Ronnie, but I'm going to get sick of doing just Ronnie Rowe for like the whole time I'm there. Just because it's just like one color. It might get a little old. But I'm going to show you Ronnie Rowe next. I'm leaving it in the hoop for you. But just so you can see, it's coming along nicely. Coming along very nicely. So I got a bunch more up here done. A little bit down here. This is actually an intentionally left open space, so that, like, those things are done. The goal this week is going to be basically just to move down, get this, move down, and then continue moving down a little further. This is getting close. I'm definitely going to have this page done by the end of April. There's no doubt that that's going to happen. So, all right, there's that. I started the next page of Apothecary Shop. So I'm just going to show you just the page first. So there's the purge, and there's the picture. So I'm not sure how much you guys can really see of that, but it's just this area right here. But so this is sort of like the bottom part of the cab that's getting filled in. So it's like right in this area right here is where I'm at right now. So color is coming in nicely. So let's pull it open a little bit so you can see a little bit more. So it's still a little hard to see. The hoop is covering up the top part there, but do I want to take it out of the hoop? I don't want to take it out of the hoop, guys. Once I get these things in the hoops, I actually like to keep them. I know some people are like, you know, don't keep the hoops in, it damages them, but I'll be perfectly honest with you. I mean, I've worked on pieces for 3 years at a time. You know, like literally never, like the only time I take it out of the hoop is literally just to move the hoop. And I never permanently damaged any fabric or anything like that. I mean, it's pretty malleable, so I wouldn't worry about it, but you can certainly take it out of the hoop. It's just, I hate scrunching it. When I get it right where I want it, when I get that tightness that I want, I just don't want to mess with it, you know? Don't want to mess with it. All right, let's show a little bit of Boba Fett. Excuse me, got a little bit of Boba Fett done. Just this much. I worked on this on the Stitch With Me this weekend, and I got a lot done while I was talking to you guys. So this is sort of like one little antenna part, and this is another little part. But yeah, it's coming along nicely. Lots of blues, lots of blue variants. So pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that. But coming along nicely. I got floss everywhere. Floss is everywhere, everywhere. Now, I did not work on Old World Map 2 again this week. I need to organize my colors for that particular one. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But I think I kind of just ran out of time this week. We were gone virtually like all day Saturday with a bunch of things. Well, let me finish one more thing. Let me do Waterloo Place. Let me show you where we're at with that one. So there we go. And I got a fair bit done on this one this week. I mean, I just keep filling in and moving down. So this is the bottom of the page. So we're getting closer and closer to filling in, you know, this page. So again, in the next few weeks, you know, by the end of April, we'll be on the next page. Actually, should I do over or should I do down? I think I should do down and fill that in. I think that'll be the way to go on that one, I think. So, I mean, I don't think I worked on Reaper either. I have Reaper around here somewhere, but I don't think I actually, I don't think I actually worked on Reaper. I just can't remember. Even though I had like Thursday and Friday off. Well, I had Thursday most of Friday. Friday I was gone most of the day. I worked the morning. I worked a little bit of the morning, and then I was running errands. I know I stitched that night, but I didn't like stitch all day. I haven't had one of those stitch all day days in a while, so I'm just kind of jumping from piece to piece, getting a little bit done just to make some progress every week. And I just like changing things up all the time. But yeah, I mean, so there's gonna, you know, the month of April, it's a good month. It's a good stitching month. Every month is a good stitching month, but April will be a good one. We're going to finish the page on Ronnie Rowe. We're going to finish the page on, I know we're going to finish the page on baseball. We are. We're going to finish the page on Waterloo Place. There's going to be a lot of page finishes this week, and if I can get my butt together, it hasn't fallen apart. It's just, my butt together. I'm sorry, that was weird. My stuff together. If I can get my stuff together, then, you know, maybe I get some Old World Map 2 done too. But that definitely comes back to just getting my colors reorganized. I'm all over the place right now with that. So I really need to sit down and have like a color organization day. Would you guys like a video for color organization day? I mean, it's kind of boring, but I could almost do that in place of like a Stitch With Me. And just, I don't know. That's really scatterbrained though. I usually like to do that while I'm doing like 3 other things, but I don't know. I do need to get organized though. I say that every single week. I do. And I got something, or you can always tell what's organized by actually what gets done. So like Apothecary Shop is more organized than most things. That got done. And Stormtrooper got organized this past week, and that we definitely got some progress on that one. So, but this is Old World Map 2 for those of you guys who maybe are new to the channel. This is massive. This is like 6 feet by 4 feet. It's ridiculous, and will take me at least my whole life, if not my next life, to finish. Yeah, we're working on it. Somebody's barking outside, but I'm sitting here thinking, Bailey's inside. I think I'll include a little video of Bailey today. Maybe I'll, you know, because I had some people saying, show me this, show me that. I'm trying to like, I'm trying to like condense my life a little bit, in the sense of like all the different things that I have to do. So I think what I might start doing is throw a little bit of my dogs up on my videos, a little bit of my fish or my plants or something like that. Just a little bit, not to, overwhelm you or anything, but just to kind of throw some stuff up there to see you guys, a lot of you guys seem to be interested in that. So it'll be at the end of the videos. So if you don't want to see it, no big deal. But what I need to show you is what I got. And what I got is what I wanted. And I got what I wanted. And I wanted what I got. Guys, this is so awesome. I mean, when I saw this, I was like, yes, please. It is another Star Wars themed cross stitch. Because you know me and my Star Wars themes. And this is, I hope this turns out so beautiful, but it came from Etsy. All right, I want to finally show you. Check this out. So it is literally, Van Gogh's Starry Starry Night, but Star Wars themed. So we have, is that Death Star? That's not really the Death Star, they're just stars. We've got all these AT-ATs. We got the Stormtroopers running through here. X-Wings. X-Wings up through here running around. I don't see any Rebels. But anyway, I couldn't help myself. It's like 15 pages. It's about 19 colors. Stitch count, I don't remember what stitch count is. But honestly, God, I'm probably doing it in 14 counts. I was going by huge. So it'll probably be decent size. I just like 14. 14 just works for my beady little eyes. And I like it. So, but anyway, isn't that cool? That's so cool. So you just have to keep, if there's something you like for me, Star Wars cross stitch. And I hadn't looked in a while, and I looked this time and I'm like, yeah. There was like 4 that I put in my cart, and then I showed them to my husband and he talked me down to 1. And so that actually was a good thing. But I gotta get a few more things done before I do this. I mean, come on guys, right? I mean, I got so many other awesome things to do. I still have Yoda. I gotta finish the Boba Fett. Got the Stormtrooper. I still have that. In this house we do Star Wars one. We got lots to do. So stop making me get more things. Stop making me. That's, I'm talking to myself. All right. So what else is going on? We got bees. We got bees making honey. We got bees being crazy and bees going wild. We're hoping in the next week or two to put up more hives down where the other hives are. And we might have to do this thing called splitting the hives, which what you want to do, if a hive gets too crowded, so if there just becomes too many bees in there and there's just, the queen's like, you know what, getting too crowded around here, I want to find a new place, I want to go someplace else where it's, things are awesome. What you do is, what ends up happening is you'll see signs of that because somehow there's a signal that goes to the little guys that are laying the eggs and whatnot, and they'll actually produce what we call a supercell, and it's a queen cell. And if you see those cells in a certain part of the frame, I feel like it's the center of the frame, then that's an indication that they are getting ready to swarm. Meaning the queen's going to take most of the bees that are in the hive, and they're gonna go someplace else. And that's what we don't want. We want to save those guys. We want to put them in a new hive. And so hopefully when the time comes to do that, we'll walk through about how to explain it, and hopefully it'll go okay. And if it doesn't, you know, oh well. What's left is the new queen and some basic, you know, and some worker bees and whatnot. And there will be like a bunch of babies that will soon be born, and then the hive will start up again. But it's a thriving hive right now, so we would really love to just split the hive and take the old queen, take her and some other frames, transport them to a new hive and install them there. And then she's like, oh, cool, new hive, lots of room, I'll stay here, I'll do my business. So that's the goal, and that's going to have to happen here in the next 2-3 weeks, because we feel like it's an impending issue. It's definitely an impending issue. So, but other than that, it's going good. Still haven't gotten the YouTube thing up. I know, guys. I know. I got to get that done. I know. I just been a bit busy. Let's see. Dogs are great. Yeah, dogs are great. I had a dream last night about what? Coco the miniature dachshund. I had a dream that I was at the house I grew up in, and she was there for some reason, and we opened the door to the back deck, and she ran out on the back deck, and then she took a flying leap off the back deck. Problem is, the back deck's about 20 feet high, and I remember just watching her just sailing through the air thinking, she's gonna kill herself, break her back, I don't know. And she went flying and she landed, and she's a pretty tough girl, right? And so she actually was still walking and kind of like, oh, that kind of hurt. And I looked at her, I'm like, girl, you gonna hurt tomorrow? And so like I ended up giving her a bunch of different medicine in the dream and whatnot, and just kind of sitting with her in this, but it was weird. Such a weird dream. But that was weird. And then I had another dream that I was looking through like old pictures of like me and my brother and whatnot, like if we were at Disneyland or I don't whatever, so someplace in Georgia or whatever, and where I grew up, and then there was my husband was there as a little kid too, like we'd known each other when we were kids or something. So, which wouldn't surprise me if we'd ever seen each other or whatever, just because we've crisscrossed where we've lived in our lives and whatnot, and only met recently. But I had some weird dreams, guys. Weird dreams. Cat's doing good. Cat's sitting over here. Mercury. He's just ignoring me. He literally like just turned his head around and just looked away from me when I start calling his name. Because he's a cat. Hey, buddy. Oh, that gets your attention. Yeah, he doesn't care. Cats don't care. Yeah, maybe I'll show you some plants. We'll throw some plant video, footage in here so you guys can see what's going on. I did lose a snail. My biggest mystery snail finally died. I'd had him for almost a year, and he was huge, and I found him floating at the top of the tank. Yeah, well, there he is. Hey, buddy. He comes over and he thuds against my legs. Oh, too late. Can't pick him up. He's gone. But it pretty much is dead or gone, or I don't know what happened, but it was floating at the top of the water, and it never does that. I actually put my hand in and I turned him and pushed him all the way down to the bottom, trying to get him attached to something, but nah, he's gone. Sad. He was huge. I mean, he was like this big. I mean, I may pull him out and show them to you guys at some point here, but I mean, it's bound to happen. They can only get so big, right? I mean, they can't continue to grow to like the size of your head or anything. But yeah, so he's doing all right. I was gonna give away the clownfish in the saltwater tank, and that ended up not happening because the person that I'm giving the clownfish to had an issue with their fish, so they're using their quarantine tank right now, and I can't give them this fish until their quarantine tank is empty. So I have them for a little while longer. Not a big deal. Axolotl Groot is doing well. Yeah, he's good. Everybody else is good. The beta's good, and betas are good, and all that good stuff. So yeah, maybe we'll throw in some footage here. But yeah, why don't we do that? Let's throw in some other stuff here. Hello, Bailey. This is Bailey. She is half pit bull, half Australian shepherd, and the smartest dog ever. Well, I say half that. There's some chow in there. There's a little chihuahua. Yeah. All right. So I got a lot of plants here. The color's not the best just because it's not backlit. Well, it's backlit, but it's backlit like that direction. So probably nighttime is the best time to do it. But then even then, I can't even really see. So I got a ton of plants here. I don't even know what all these are. I used to have names out for everybody, but you know, this thing when I got it was like, it's like that tall, and now it's gone all over. I mean, it goes all the way in the back here. I mean, it's gigantic. You can see how they just love the sun. They're just reaching towards it like crazy. This particular one is flowering really nicely right now. It's got these beautiful little yellow flowers. I can't even tell you what this one is. This was, I believe my husband gave this one to me a couple of years ago, and it's just done awesome. But it has these like long, spindly, what do you call them? Stems? You'd think I would know these things. Branches, thank you. But I got my orchid here. Year 3 of the orchid, blooming again. Forgot to water this for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. And these kind of wrinkled up a little bit, but everything still looks good. I just fed it a little bit yesterday, and it's going really good. So I really like this plant. I've had this one for, like I said, I think this is my 3rd year. I got a lot of, what was that, spider plant? I forget. And this is actually, this is the base plant, and I got an offshoot of this one and created this one. So this thing just grows like a weed, pretty much. Couldn't tell you what any of these are, to be perfectly honest with you. Some sort of succulent. But I mean, literally growing like weeds, pretty amazing. I don't know what this is. My husband bought this like 2 years ago and took it to work and just wasn't doing very well. And I brought it home and put it in this window, and now it's like 4 times as big as it is. And it's like it should. I'm going to probably end up just winding it around these things at some point, because it's just gone crazy and it just goes straight up, but there's no support at all for this thing. So, got an African violet there. I don't know what that is. Really don't know what that is. That has looked like that for forever. It's very shallow rooted. But that's, I don't know what it is. You guys tell me what these things are. Another succulent that has just literally grown like crazy mad. Can barely see it. This is going to be a big tree. Don't know what it is, but it's going to be a big tree. It has grown like 5 times more since I got it. I have to use this stake in order to keep it upright. Gonna need to attach the top part here soon as well. I took part of the other, there was another piece of that plant. This thing basically fell off the top part of this other plant, and I just replanted it in here, and it's done fantastic. It's crazy. And this is the only one I really know the name of. This is a Hoya. And the Hoya has also gotten kind of dry. Let me zoom in a little bit here. It's kind of wrinkled. It was having issues with water. I have to make sure that I water the leaves on this one periodically. But I mean, when I bought this one, it was maybe 3 inches, and now it's like 2+ feet, 2.5 feet. I mean, it just goes forever. Look at this. This thing is really, so I'm going to wind it back this way. And then back this way. Because I mean, seriously, this thing, I keep winding it and winding it. It's just gone crazy. So, oh yeah, and then the bottom row here, more succulents. Here we go, color. Cacti, cacti, cacti. Everything's looking good there. So they're very happy. They're growing crazy. Let's go over here real quick. Windowsill, that's all messy. Because I got to show you the brain plant. Come here, brain plant. How are you doing? Oh, the old brain went away. Hold on. Let's go over here and look at this. Let me put it in the sun here. All right, here we go. Wait, let me zoom in again. All right, so the brain on the right, that's the new brain. The thing that's wrinkling next to it, that's the old brain. It's literally called a living stone though. So it's coming out. It's like remolding itself. It's pretty amazing. But that's my plants, guys. Alright, well, thanks for joining me on another video. We're going to edit all these things together. Here's my my stitchy wall, the way it looks right now. And we'll step back here just a bit. And thanks for joining me on another video. I'm going to get this stitching tonight, and we'll go from there. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good stitchy week. Take care.